And okay. Well, my name's Jordan. If y'all heard us chatting a little bit before, we're just really normal girls who just decided to try this network marketing thing. And y'all, I love it. I love it. But I didn't always love it. And I'm gonna give y'all the entire story in a very, very short amount of time, and then I'm gonna pass it on to my friend. And so, I actually saw a lot of girls doing network marketing, and I did not like it. I did not like how they were doing it. I didn't think, I thought they were a little salesy, and I was like, I will never be that girl. Never be that girl. I went to college for 4 years and I was very proud of my degree. And I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to go work in corporate America. I'm going to do this. Network marketing is not for me. Like, I was very prideful, if I'm just being very honest. And I started working for a boss that did not value me or my time or my family. I only had 10 PTO days. I had two little kids. And I quickly realized that corporate America might not be for me if I wanted to have the family balance that I wanted. I don't know about you guys, and mamas on here. I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom until I had kids. And I was like, wow, I'm missing out on lots of moments with my kids. I was dropping them off at 7 a.m., picking them up at 5:30, and I just didn't want that life anymore. And so for the very first time ever, I decided that I really wanted to be able to make a really, really, really good income from home. And so some of you guys on here are just like, hey, I'm just kind of interested. I would love to just make $100 or $200 a month like you. And if you're that person, that's great. But I want to talk to the girl that really wants to quit her job, that wants to do this full time, that wants to make a quarter of a million, $500,000 a year, that wants to retire her husband. That's the girl I want to talk to tonight because that's what I wanted. And I wanted that because I saw my friends, Jessica and Tamara, do that. And I was like, well, if they can do that, why can't I do that? And so I actually dropped off my kids one random day and they were both crying. And I literally got in my car and I just sobbed. And for the very first time, I decided I'm going to try this Plexus thing because I knew the products worked. And so I was like, I think I can do this. But if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to do it in a way that feels true to me. And so, y'all, I learned how to do this business and I treated it like a business. And I was able to quit my job within about 3 months, which was a huge deal. I was so grateful. About 3 months later, y'all, my husband is a teacher and a coach, by the way. Okay. So 3 months later, one of his high school boys actually came to live with us. And I was like, okay, all right, looks like we need to make more money because high school boys eat a lot more than my toddlers do. And also, he needed a car. And so I looked at the stipends that Plexus gives you, and I saw that there is a Plexus Lexus bonus, and I was like, I need that car. We need that car, and so I worked really hard, and within about I don't even know less than a year, we earned our Plexus Lexus. So you guys, I just want to tell you guys that if you are in a space where you're like, okay, I actually would really love more time. I would love to date my husband more. I would love to go on more trips with my family, which is something we are super passionate about with our family. And I don't know about y'all. We just got over with Christmas. Did y'all end up with like just tons of junk everywhere? Like we value experiences more than we do stuff. And so we love being able to take our family. I actually have a whole Airbnb folder on my phone of trips we want to take. And there's Airbnbs in Costa Rica and in Canada, and they're all places we want to take our family. We want to take our family to the Holy Land. Like we value trips. And so Plexus has been a vehicle for us to have more experiences as a family, to say yes to more things as a family. And I'm the one that gets to take my kids to school. I'm the one that gets to drop them off every day. And I don't miss any of the firsts. With any of my kids, I have four of them. And we are Diamond and Senior Ruby. And I'll drop a little picture of what that looks like money wise in the chat, but just know that is plenty. It is plenty. And because of Plexus, we've actually been able to retire my husband, and he's in full-time ministry. So that is my story. Taylor, would you like to go?
Yes, I would love to go. Um, Okay, so hi. For those of y'all who do not know me, my name's Taylor. So Jordan, the one who just spoke, is actually the one who helped me get started on my journey. Full transparency, she was a total stranger to me. She like stalked me on a Facebook group, just totally being honest,
I stalked her, but like nicely,
in
like,
a
hey,
very
we could be
kind way.
friends.
Yes, yes, she did. And so y'all, I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of my story. And as Jordan was talking, there was something that came to my mind that I wasn't going to share, but now I am going to share it. Okay, taking y'all back to the beginning. So when I started this whole Plexus thing, it was almost 7 years ago. I had a 3-month-old baby at home, and I was desperate to be a stay-at-home mom. I also like Jordan, like I love to serve people. Like I have a very big servant heart and I love healthcare. I love helping people with their health. And so naturally I got a degree in healthcare management. I went to work at a very prestigious cancer hospital here in Ohio and I loved it. Like I actually loved my job. I loved being able to help people. I loved being able to serve people in that way. But then when I had my son, I was like, okay, well, I love my job, but like I don't love my job more than my kid, right? And like I want to be home with him. I don't want to miss out on his first. And truthfully, I was. And so I started seeking out some work from home opportunities. And y'all, I'm just going to be so blunt and tell y'all I went on a Facebook group and I literally made a post and I typed in work from home jobs, no MLMs. Like, do not come near me with a 10-foot pole if this is an MLM thing. I'm going to shoot you down, kind of thing. But Jordan messaged me anyways, and she was really sweet about it. She wasn't pushy, and she was just like, "Hey, listen, like I saw your post. I know you said no network marketing, but also like I do this thing called Plexus. It's really different. Like, would you be open to hearing about it?" And I was like, "Absolutely not." But thank you anyways. And y'all, she was just my friend, and she just kept building a relationship with me. And then she made a post one day about an event very much like this. And I was like, you know what? Like, why not? I might as well just go learn. And if it's not for me, great. But if it is for me, like maybe this is where like the Lord wants me to go. And so I came and I actually heard a girl named Tamara Holloway share about her struggle with migraines. And Jordan did not know in that season that I had been struggling with a 10-year long battle of chronic migraines, y'all. It had controlled my life. When I tell you, I cannot even begin to explain the amount of havoc that was put onto my life because of these migraines. It was tremendous. And so when I saw that, that piqued my interest more than anything. And so I was stubborn and I did not start products for about 6 months because I truly did not believe that this would help me. But one day I got so sick, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it a try. And so I signed up, I ordered products, and I started taking them really consistently. And pretty quickly, I started seeing some changes in my health. And I decided to share, not with the thought of like, I want to build a business, but like I had had so many people in my life at that point that had seen me struggle for so long. I was like, well, I'm going to go share about like what this is. But also in that season, y'all, I will never forget. I was still working my corporate job, and I'll never forget the day that my husband came home, looked me dead in the face, and said, "I wish that you would just quit your job because I don't even know who you are anymore." And y'all, that like shattered my heart because my job was turning me into somebody that my husband didn't recognize. My job was turning me into somebody I did not like, and I did not realize it. And so about 6 months after that, God called me away from my corporate job. I quit. I became a stay-at-home mom. About 6 months after that, I matched my full-time corporate job with Plexus. And then about 2 years after that, so about 3 years in total, we hit Emerald, which means probably nothing to y'all, but it's like the top 1% of our company. And so all that to say, this was something I truthfully was not open to in the beginning, but the Lord knew the desires of my heart, and He knew that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, and He also knew that I loved people well, and He just wanted me to take it from a corporate setting to a different setting. And the impact that has been made, all because of one simple yes, is tremendous. Like there are still days where I like get teary-eyed looking at the girls on our team and being like, man, like look at all of these lives that have been like transformed because little old me 7 years ago who was terrified to even make a post on Facebook because what if somebody from high school 10 years ago or whatever, however long that was, thought that I was weird, right? Like the impact has been amazing. And some of the things that this business has allowed us to do is this house that we live in now, we got to build in our 20s. all because of the not only income that my husband brings in, but that truthfully would not have been enough. Like we needed an extra income. And the fact that I could bring in that extra income and stay home with my kids, amazing. Y'all, my kids go to an amazing private Christian school here in town that truthfully is not cheap, and we can pay for it every single month in cash because we don't have to worry about it. And like Jordan said, I'm the one who gets to pick up my son from school every single day and go to our farm and see daddy at our business because I don't have to report to a boss. I can do what I want and show my kids that working hard is worth it. And also, side note, y'all, last year, I was outside playing with my youngest son, and he came up to me and he literally gave me a hug. I'm not gonna cry. And he said, "Mommy, I'm so glad that you don't have to go to a job. I'm so glad that you get to stay home with me." Gosh, I'm not gonna cry. What the heck? But y'all, it's like I did not realize the impact that that one yes was gonna make on our family, and it has forever changed the trajectory of everything for us. So, anyways, that's a little bit of my story. And then my friend Emily is going to go next. So, you're up.
Hi. Thanks for like making me all teary-eyed, Taylor, right before I get on to talk. So yeah, I'm Emily, if you don't know me. And I am the newbie of the group. So you got to hear from Jordan and Taylor, who have been here a long time. But I just started kind of my Plexus journey in May. A lot the same way a lot of people start. So I started taking the products. And kind of what led me to this journey was Jordan. And I had seen her talking about Plexus for like 7 years, 8 years. I had seen other people talking about Plexus. I had seen other friends doing network marketing, and honestly, a lot of people not doing it well and really icky. And it really put a horrible taste in my mouth. And I had people message me, cold message me, not care about a relationship. And I wanted nothing to do with it. Nothing. I saw Jordan posting and I saw that she was doing it differently. And I cheered her on from the sideline and was like, "You go, girl, you go on that trip. That's awesome." And she was consistently there for me saying, like, "You could do this too." And I was like, "Hmm, okay, sure I can." And so I just kind of watched. I had been interested in the products for a while. So, just a little bit about me. My background is nursing. I have a bachelor's degree in nursing. I've been a nurse for a little over 10 years. And I really like researching more like natural ways to kind of heal your body and supplements and things like that. So, I've always been kind of interested in that and tried different things here and there. And I really enjoy helping people. But I really don't love healthcare and kind of just the way it's going. Like the personal aspect in nursing is kind of being removed. I don't have the time with my patients because the patient load is so crazy. And the time for educating them, which I love educating people about their health. So, anyways, now stepping back to Jordan. So, after having my second child, I was desperate to feel better as a mom and be a better mom and have energy and not deal with a bunch of yucky things like headaches and mood and like hormones and blood sugar drops and all this stuff that I was experiencing. And I knew Plexus could help me. Like at that point, I was like, okay, fine. So I was like, Mercy, Jordan, okay, I'm going to try the products. And in my mind, I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't work because I knew that if they did, then we didn't necessarily have the margin in our budget to afford them. So then I would need to share and get them paid for. So I was like, they're not going to work. They're not going to work. So after a few months, I realized, like, oh my word, I'm feeling so much better. I'm loving these products. And I was like, okay, what do I need to do to get my products paid for? But I do not want to be salesy. And Jordan was like, am I salesy? I was like, well, no. And she was like, that's not what we do. That's not what this team does. Like, we're here to help people and build connection and help them with their health. And if they want their finances, and that's it. And so she was like, just trust me. And so I kind of took a leap of faith, started sharing my story And I was really surprised at how many people related to me and some of the things that I was experiencing. And it was a lot of fun to like start helping my friends feel better, and connect with some old friends that I hadn't spoken with in a while. My mom started on the product. She is feeling amazing. And so it kind of went from wanting to pay for my products. I checked that off. And then there was a cruise contest. And so I was like, okay, this would be fun. Well, guess what? My husband and I are going on a free cruise in February, which is insane. Y'all, like this is crazy. And then I started being able to dream and dream what it would be like to not have to have nursing as my job for forever. Because I just kind of thought, like, hey, this is where I've invested my time and my energy. This is what's on my resume. This is what my degree is in. This is where I will be. Currently, I work part-time, but my plan was to go back full-time when my kids went to school. Uh, but through Plexus, I've been able to dream about what it can look like to help people with their health and with their finances and help solve those problems for them, but still be able to be at home, be involved with my kids, be the room mom, go on the field trips, do all the things while still helping people. So that's kind of my journey. Right now, as far as income wise, I have been able to have a gym membership, which is great. I wasn't able to pay for that, pay for my products, my husband's products, my kids' products. We're going on a cruise. So it has been a lot of fun. Um, and yeah, I'm excited to see where this takes me.
Isn't her story so cool? I know a lot of you guys can probably relate to her because she is newer, but she's making a significant amount of money so quickly. She's already earned a free trip. And so I would love for you guys to just drop in the chat. I know you don't know me, but can we just be vulnerable for just 1 second? Perfect world, if you were doing this Plexus thing, how much money would you like to make a month so that your family can breathe, or so that you can get that gym membership that you've been wanting to get that you just haven't done because you feel selfish pulling money out of your account because that's your grocery budget? Or maybe you're on this call and you're like, I would really like to quit my job and I need to make $1,500, $2,000 a month. So I want y'all, if you could just be very vulnerable for just a second, drop your number in the chat, okay? Um, you guys, I want to tell y'all thank you so much for being here. I hope that you just heard something that you're like, okay, it gives me a little more confidence that this isn't weird. Y'all, in 2025, there are retail stores going out of business like hotcakes. Social selling, buying things from an influencer on Instagram is the future. This is now the cool thing. So what I love is that it with our comp plan, there is literally no cap. I went to the very top of the company and I'm about to do it a second time and I can go a third time if I want. The income is abundant. And so whatever you are hoping, I'm seeing some 500s and some 1500s, and I love that. I think those are beautiful goals. And that was very similar to my goal when I started. So I hope that talking about income doesn't make you super uncomfortable. Um, but this has been a blessing for us. And so I want you to get off this call right now, and I want you to text the person that invited you. And I just want you to text them and be like, okay, tell me what's next. Or if you're getting on this call and you're like, I still don't know what in the heck this is, tell them that. But I want you to text them right now. And I want you to just talk, ask them the questions that are burning. I want you to just be open with them and have a conversation, because a conversation is not a commitment. I watched my friend do this for 2 years before I started. Do not do what I did. That is my biggest regret, is that I just watched because I was scared. And so thank y'all for being here tonight. Emilie, Taylor, thank y'all so much for sharing. And if y'all have somebody that missed this call, it is recorded, so y'all can share it with them. Thank y'all. Bye.